Manhattan Beach, where all of the buildings are being boarded up. Buildings boarded up. How do you feel about all the buildings being boarded up in Manhattan Beach?
I did it all.
Oh, you did it all? What do you think about all the white people who are doing all the looting? It's been predominantly white people who are across the nation doing all the.
Where are you getting your information from?
I've seen it. I've posted all the videos.
Why is it? Why are the white people the one?
Who do you think is going to come to? Who you think is going to come to Manhattan Beach and do it?
I'm white and I'm boarding stores up. So what's that mean?
Who do you think is going to come to Manhattan Beach and do it? Do you think black people are going to come?
I don't care what race comes. I'm here to prevent any race from doing it.
Yeah. What do you think is the agenda of looters?
To take advantage of a shitty situation.
Yeah. It's crazy. I've never seen Manhattan. I surf here. Blog about surfing and stuff like that, and you know.
This is a peaceful community. I'm born and raised here. And I'll be damned if anybody comes to break in any one of these stores. You want to come down here and protest peacefully? I'll join you happily. I'll close every motherfucking street down here and march side by side, arm to arm with anyone to show that brutality by officers is uncalled for, and we ain't gonna take that shit.
Right.
You know how many times how many times I've been beaten by the police myself?
Wow.
The police are beating everybody, okay? Especially if you run. If you run, you could be anybody. You could be an attorney. If you run, no matter what, you're getting beat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well,
I'm living proof.
Well, here in Manhattan Beach, there's a beach off of 24th and the 24th and 26th called Bruce Beach, and you know that used to be owned by African Americans, and the KKK took that whole beach by eminent domain. Do you think some of this, anger is because of the systemic racism of not being, our property?
I think here's the bottom.
How do you feel about that?
Now here's my bottom line. Okay. You give respect, you get respect. Okay? If you're gonna be a racist, then you're gonna get treated like a racist. Okay? So
do you with friends, because I know, being that I've been surfing for 6 years here, I know that there's two crowds in Manhattan Beach. And there's a lot of police officers here too. There's the racist crowd, and there's the non-racist, cool, people. Do you hold them accountable? How you?
I honestly, I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm 37 years old. I have never seen active race in Manhattan Beach. Never. Whether it's in the water or on the turf. People that are living here have worked hard for their money. Okay. And I'm a firm believer in changing your stars. Don't let your surroundings dictate your life. Okay. You want to be somebody. It's about hard work and education. There's no luck involved.
Well, in systemic racism, that's not all the way true. And I don't think the black people.
I grew up getting evicted my whole entire life. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up on welfare, and I have changed my stars. Okay, so I had friends who would call me and tell me the police were coming to change the locks on my door when me and my mom and my brothers were still in there.
Wow.
Okay, so I don't believe in feeling sorry for yourself because of your circumference or your situation. Okay, there are plenty of opportunities in this country for anybody, okay? And I'm speaking the dead honest truth. I've lived in apartments, I've lived on floors, I've lived in buses, I've lived in cars, and now I live in a home, okay? But I worked hard to get to where I'm at,
yeah.
Okay? I have been evicted more times than I can count. Not only evicted, we stayed and had the sheriffs come, and I had the locksmith call me, telling me the sheriffs are on their way to change the locks at my house.
Wow.
Okay, so I just think that For anybody, of course, it may be more difficult for others, as it was for me, but don't let that stop you from chasing your dreams, regardless. Do I think racism exists? Yeah, unfortunately, there are some fucking assholes out there that think they're better than one another, but I have always been against them, okay? And I have 2 special need brothers, and I've been fighting for special ed kids my whole entire life. So whether you're black, brown, Chinese, or what, there's other forms of racism when people are dyslexic or uneducated or disabled. They're also looked upon by other people that are you know, maybe not the same as us. You know, I would hate to be blind, deaf, or in a wheelchair, or have, you know, spinal injury. You know, these are all things that would, those are things that would keep you from qualifying to do things, right? But if you got eyes, taste, 2 arms, and 2 legs, regardless of your color, don't let nobody stop you.
Right.
Okay, that's my message.
All right.
Love
That was a good story.
Thanks. True story.
Yes.
Thanks for asking.